Welcome back to Dreams of the Nameless. When the world is burning, the president peddles freedom fuel and ignores it all in this dystopian moment.
Recently, White House officials blocked a State Department official from presenting written testimony about climate change to the House Intelligence Committee. Sadly, as far as I'm concerned, this is right in keeping with President Trump's whole delusional and continuing anti-science rhetoric and stance. So it's an attack on, as far as I'm concerned, on knowledge, on expertise, on climate change, on clean energy, freedom of the press, all these things. He's actively undermining them and trying to find a way to insert his own narrative in their stead. According to an article from The Independent, and this is a quote, critics of the testimony included William Happer, a National Security Council senior director who has touted the benefits of carbon dioxide and sought to establish.
Oh, he's touched the benefits too, I'd imagine. I bet they were fucking green and lucrative.
Yeah, at this point, we've all touched them, unfortunately.
I meant the money.
So. Oh, I meant more just like the way our climate is actively being destroyed, and it's super obvious to any casual observer who isn't biased and afraid. But, that's just me. Anyway, basically, he's fighting for the fact that he believes that carbon is beneficial and that it's a good thing and it's all a lie, that there's no climate change. By the way, he's actually a recent administration to the administration in general. I don't know how recent.
Administration to the administration. You're batting 1,000.
And then he has been recently admitted into the administration, is what I was trying to say. There was an article earlier this year about how he was like flirting with them, trying to get in, and so apparently that worked. Apparently he's in now, and he is also a graduate and professor at Princeton University. He teaches physics. So it's a little baffling to me to imagine that a physicist couldn't understand the idea of, the vast preponderance of evidence and scientists saying that it's occurring.
Well, we're going to talk today. We're going to talk today about another guy who is, it's a slightly less prestigious school, I think, but another one of these people who, scientifically is just kind of on the fringe, or in the case of the guy you're talking about, he's complete wacko.
Yeah.
But these guys are in positions of academic authority, which is, on this channel at least, we haven't so far really battled against any foes who come from academia writ large. And so it's we're to that point now. There's enough money and enough fear and whatever else floating around that people with actual credentials are proving the point that you can be a very intelligent person and on paper and still hold incredibly regressive and stupid opinions based on faulty ideology and fear.
Yeah, and I guess that kind of sums up my question of how do you feel about this guy?
Fuck you.
I still, yeah, definitely. Because I still think that trying to argue with someone in that position, especially for me, a more of a lay person, it's going to present difficulties because he has a broader depth of knowledge, a more rigorous study. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're still just wrong. Like, you might be a physicist, but like, A, I don't know that being a physicist qualifies you to speak to climate science. And then B, like...
Not even close.
You're completely outside the consensus. Like, and you're literally in direct opposition to the consensus, to the point where he's starting... he's trying to get a federal program started that's pro carbon dioxide, and he also started a private group or organization. It's almost like if a corrupt businessman who had many bankruptcies and was a real estate investor, if I can enunciate my words, suddenly decided to run for president and claimed that he knew how to be an economist.
Heyo. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark. I don't know if there was a whole lot more that we can say on this topic other than, well, I guess we haven't even addressed the main thing, the sheer unadulterated stupidity of a pro-carbon, what was it, a lobby group or a...
I think the article called it a federal task force.
A task force? What's their task?
I don't know. I just envision men in like SWAT uniforms with guns that shoot carbon pellets at people. So I'm not sure what it actually means, but it sounds hilariously and like bad. I did want to bring it back to the point of the idea of the article overall was just that, this Trump is just doing everything he can to just micromanage and stomp all over every department.
No, for sure. Can we take this moment in a new segment that we're going to call "Fuck Centrists," where we should point out here that a lot of the problems are the same between Democrats and Republicans. A lot of the same shit happens. They're both pro-corporate. In a lot of cases, they're both pro-war in ways that we've criticized. But the degree to which the United States is potentially irreparably damaging the global effort to combat climate change would not have happened had a Democrat been in office. Maybe we wouldn't be making the progress that we need to be making, but this gigantic movement that Trump has spearheaded of rejecting even the modest goals and discussion framings of the rest of the developed world, this massive disregard for common sense approaches to dealing with climate change could only have come from the Republican Party. And so if you are a centrist who is sitting there saying either I don't vote or I'm so smart and aloof that, well, I'm going to take the centrist position because that's the enlightened position, and I'm pointing out to the rest of the idiots that both of these parties are the same, you're wrong, and you're the problem. You're part of the problem. That was fuck centrists.
This message brought to you by
Dreams in the Name.